Welcome to the new division of TBM carriers, TBM Intermodal. With the newly expanded West Coast Gateway, we are offering intermodal service to Mexico from California for West Coast distributors. This means that we can transfer your shipments from the road to the rail more quickly and reduce your costs dramatically. This allows states and provinces on the Pacific Coast to move products safely into Mexico without first traveling halfway across the country. For the first time, shipments to Mexico will be efficient and cost-effective, all with the same world-class security you have already come to expect from our operations in Texas. In the first alliance of its kind, Ferromex has partnered with TBM carriers and Grupo Intra to join forces and provide a seamless operation. You will be working with one point of contact for the entire shipment. Ferromex is the largest of the 3 railroad companies in Mexico and has the most sophisticated security operations. Your shipment will have the greatest safety in transit using our TBM Intermodal services through California. Let's take a closer look at how TBM Intermodal can save you time, money, and peace of mind. TBM Intermodal service allows you to fill containers bound for Mexico at your West Coast distribution center. Then we put those containers on trucks and deliver them directly to the rail cars. Instead of shipping them halfway across the country, you can save hundreds of miles and expense by shipping intermodal through the West Coast. And by using the TBM Intermodal Alliance with Ferromex and Grupo Intra, your life will become simpler. We use one central system and you will have one point of contact for the entire journey, and you will have only one invoice, including both domestic and international legs of the shipment. Everyone in your organization will benefit from this extra layer of efficiency. Shipping by rail creates another cost savings, namely a significant reduction in freight claims that occur, especially when you ship through Sonora and Sinaloa. Freight claims can be made for a variety of reasons, including shrinkage or damage during the journey, and they take administrative time away from other more important tasks. It's important to reduce the number of opportunities for that to occur. One way to cut down on these claims is to reduce the number of required inspections. In prior years, northbound traffic was inspected for drugs headed to the U.S. and Canada. Now, however, southbound traffic is also inspected to check for firearms and cash headed back into Mexico. Over-the-road carriers must travel through up to 9 military inspections as they move through the country. At each stop, the military personnel crawl into the trailers to search for firearms, cash, and other contraband. The searching process at times can damage the product if the commodity is sensitive. On the other hand, Ferromex rail cars are only required to go through 2 inspections as they head southward. Reducing the number of times the product can be disturbed makes shipping with Ferromex a distinct advantage. Not only do you experience vastly improved security, but both the soft and hard costs of freight claims are drastically reduced. In addition to managing costs and reducing administrative burdens, working with TBM Intermodal enhances your security and peace of mind in several other ways. As an international carrier, TBM Intermodal is CT-PAT certified. The Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism allows us to play an active role in the war against terrorism. By participating in this worldwide supply chain security initiative, we ensure a more secure and expeditious supply chain for our employees, our suppliers, and our customers. Boosting our security measures at all our locations has allowed us to reduce our border delay times, get front-of-the-line processing for inspections, and speeding our deliveries. You get faster, safer shipments with TBM Intermodal. This increased security includes cameras on terminals, background checks on employees every year, and using dogs to make routine inspections for drugs. All the facilities require security card access around the clock. The trucks have satellite transmitters and are monitored to make sure they are safe. TBM Intermodal is also FAST certified. The Free and Secure Trade FAST program is designed to ensure safety and security while expediting legitimate trade across the U.S. borders with Mexico and Canada. All drivers are investigated in advance, and they have a special class of ID that allows them to use the fast lane at the border. These certifications can make a big difference. For example, one major shipper had a big problem. they were using subcontractors for loading and shipping that were not CTPAT certified. Their shipments had to be inspected in detail before crossing the border, causing severe delays. Once they made sure all the companies involved in moving their products were CTPAT certified, they were able to move their products much more quickly and shipments arrived on time. We also offer our electronic data interchange service so that you can track your shipments and receive reports in real time. Our integrated dispatch system allows you to receive updates from the railroad on the position of your loads. This kind of transparency allows you to view the location of your loads on their journey. You have access 24/7 to our load tracking system online. Using TBM Intermodal service, you can see the average transit times between companies in the western zone of Canada and northwestern United States. For example, shipments from British Columbia, Washington, or Oregon take an average of 7 days to reach Mexico City, the green area of the map. Likewise, they take only 5 days for Sonora destinations, 6 days to reach Guadalajara, 8 days for Oaxaca, or 9 days for areas like Chiapas or Yucatan. While your trips via Laredo, Texas may have taken a similar amount of time, the big difference would be in the cost. Traveling over the road in the U.S. costs a great deal more than intermodal travel. Making the same trip on rail for most of the journey saves a dramatic amount of money. You can see a similar comparison in transit times from the southwestern states. Shippers in California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona can see their intermodal shipments with TBM Intermodal arrive in Mexico City in only 6 days. It takes only 4 days to ship to or from destinations in Sonora, 5 days to Guadalajara in Jalisco, 7 days to Oaxaca, and 8 days to areas like Chiapas and Yucatan. Of course, TBM Intermodal can also ship from domestic producers in Mexico. Previously, producers encountered expensive problems, including the need to transload their materials. This exposed them to the risk of damage to their merchandise, shrinkage, and the need to deal with multiple disconnected companies. As you can imagine, this added quite a bit of cost, uncertainty, and risk to the shipments. And while shipping over land with trucks might appear to be faster, this added an extra factor of risk while traveling through dangerous remote desert states like Sonora and Sinaloa, where up to 2 out of every 10 trucks were lost to hijackers. That fact alone makes rail travel the only way to go in Mexico, because trains cannot be hijacked. Ferromex offers a large capacity trailer pool, so shippers of any size can feel certain that their volume needs will be met both north and south of the Mexican border.